Hello everyone. 안녕하세요. Dorothy Nam입니다. Once again, this is Dorothy Nam and hosting Star English for you. We all have someone that we love in the world, perhaps family, a significant other, a friend. But there are times we may wonder if that love is actually returned from the amount of love we have for that person. We may be a bit sad to have this reflection in our lives, but regardless, they say, learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. You know that song. Well, have you ever heard that before? Every one of our viewers should cherish yourself and know that you are very precious for yourself and for us. And I hope you are ready. So if so, then let's go ahead and get this started. Let's take a look at what's happening now. You know, so many people love K-pop singers. We call them idol groups or singers. Our K-pop singers are becoming ever so popular, not only here in Korea, but actually all over Asia. And have you ever thought about who or what group was one of the first to get popular here in Korea? Should I give you some time to think about it? Well, none other than the original Fly to the Sky is who I'm thinking about. Well, one of the members, and I'm sure you all know him. If not, you'll get to know him and even love him more. None other than Bryan Ju. Let's go and meet him now. Wow, I'm so glad that you came on our show this evening. Thank you, Bryan.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And we brought some tea for you to calm your nerves. I don't think you'll be nervous for anything. I know you're doing a lot.
As long as I'm not on the Rent stage, I'm fine. That stage makes me so nervous.
Tonight, you're in our Star English stage. You are the star about everywhere you go.
I wish that was true.
You are. You're our star tonight.
Thank you.
But yeah, tell me, what is actually going on? What is it that you're doing these days? Please share with us.
Right now, I stopped everything musically. Like, I'm not doing any promotions for any new singles at the moment. Right now, I'm just doing Rent, the musical. And for people who aren't familiar with it, it's a musical that started off in the States and by Jonathan Larson. And it's pretty much close to being a true story because it's what goes on in the world. It takes place in New York City,
right?
But if you actually watch the musical, you realize stuff that happens in the musical could happen anywhere in the world.
That's right.
You know, you have couples dealing with diseases, deaths, friends fighting. It's just a very up and down musical where it's fun at certain points, and at certain points it gets really sad and dramatic.
Yeah.
And I'm just very glad to be a part of it because I got to see Rent when I was in high school for the first time. Fell in love with it. And I told myself if I had the opportunity to do it, I got to do it. So this is my chance.
Well, you know, because I've got to ask you, I'm sure you've been asked to do many musicals, I'm sure prior to and now and after. Why is it that you said yes to this musical?
Oh, like I said, I mean, I've loved musicals growing up. You know, I did musicals in high school. I saw Les Mis, Spring Awakening, Lion King, Wicked. But out of all those musicals that I've seen, when I saw Rent, it was just very, I don't know, I just had this weird connection with it, like as if Mark is who I am in real life, kind of. You know, that's how I feel because with the friends that I have around me right now too as well, I just feel like I'm like the narrator for their lives. And
Oh, well, yeah, do explain to me about the character. You play this character, Mark. So you've explained to us a little bit about Rent. It takes place in New York City. And it's kind of, everyday real life things that's happening, not on the high-end scale of New York, but really the deep down part of New York, the heart of New York.
the part of New York that not everyone gets to see all
That's
the time.
right. And people who want to be entertainers, people go to New York to flourish there, to become singers, actors, musicians. And this is what's going on in their daily lives. So this character, Mark. Yes, and you are this Mark character in
My
Rent.
character's name is Mark Cohen. Mark Cohen is like a video directing photographer slash everyone's best friend, pretty much. And not only is he one of the main characters, he also narrates the whole musical. So there's a lot of dialogue for me to memorize. And it's harder for me because being born and raised in the States, I mean, it's hard enough to know one language, but to do it all in Korean.
Yes.
The first time I actually turned down the project.
Oh.
When they actually came up to me and said, hey, we want you to be a part of our musical.
You actually turned
I
down
turned
the
it
project.
down because of that. Because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to memorize all the Korean dialogue.
Because you had to speak in Korean.
In Korean the whole time.
Sing the
In
songs
Korean.
in Korean, which our audience is probably can definitely relate to because every time they have to speak English, they, get nervous about it and things like this. Or doing a presentation, or in Korea we say PT, doing it all in English,
True.
right?
It was opposite for me because being born and raised in America.
Yeah.
Of course, English was my first language growing up. I went to school, learned English all my life. And yeah, so that's the main reason why I turned it down the first time. But then I realized, I told myself, if I ever had the opportunity to do Rent,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no to it.
Wow.
Because if I say no to it, it might be too late to do it later on in my life. So
So it was first, what, you got the call, what? 다 한국말로요? No. And then you're like, wait, what am I doing? It's
it wasn't even like I said no straight to them. I was like, basically I was like, 저 한국어로 다
Let's try.
대사
Okay, 브라이언 씨,
네네.
렌트 뮤지컬에 출연할 수 있어요?
출연할 수 있는데요. 혹시 영어도 대사가 있나 영어로요?
당연하게 한국말로 하셔야죠.
예. 저한테는 좀 어려울 것 같아서 다음 작품 때 도와드릴게요. And
Wait.
then basically I hung up. My management talked to me again about it. I was like, are you sure you don't want to do it? I was like, I do, but I don't know if I can memorize all that, because I've never actually, stepped foot in acting at all.
Yeah.
So for me to memorize lines like that, it's not like a TV show or movie where you can mess up once and all of a sudden,
And
okay,
do it again.
retake.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
you do it
retakes
again.
on Broadway or
That's right.
musicals or stage, so.
It's live there.